Well, it's time to do a little work on my crepe myrtles here, and you can see I've got some customers that I actually didn't invite. Look at there. Hey, get off me. All these Japanese beetles are getting on my tree right here. Look, ooh, look at them go. I better not shake them. I need them on the tree before I can spray it. I'm gonna spray today, and of course it needs to come in contact with the bug to actually work, so I ain't gonna shake it too much more. And I don't think I've ever showed you this gorgeous arborvitae, man. Look at this. I got them on the corner of my house, and look at how good that looks. And holy cow, boy, that is devastation if I ever seen any. Look at them bad boys right there. Bagworms. Let's see if we can find one. Look at him. Let's get him out here in the light. Look at him right there. Ain't he precious? Look at there. Ugh. Little caterpillar in there. Nasty joker. Look. Oh my, look at him right there. Let's see if I can find one eating. There's one right there. See him coming up out of his little pouch and eating. Oh gosh, all these jokers are eating. Look at that dude right there. Hey, put that back where you got it. I didn't say you could have that, brother. Look at all that movement in there. That dude right there is getting with it, boy. He must have a little steak sauce on his. Oh man, dude, that guy right yonder, he's done come almost out of his entire thing. See him right here? See that guy right here? Boy, he is tearing it up. But look at this. Boy, these dudes are having a blast today. I mean, they are just eating this joker up. Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. I hope you're having a great day today. I welcome you out here to my home, and I got quite a few bagworms on this arborvitae right here. They are just going to town. I mean, it's just hundreds of them on here, and they are absolutely doing a number on it. So I got bagworms we're gonna knock out. Then we're gonna move over to the crepe myrtles. I got some Japanese beetles I'm gonna knock out and kind of go through what I'm gonna mix up and how I'm gonna spray it and what I'm gonna spray and all that kind of thing. But man, these bad boys are just having a blast up in here. So this right here is about 2 weeks worth of damage. 2 weeks, that's it. And they've already done this much damage to it. Yes, we got back from Philly. The surgery went great. Everything went great with Jax, and he's doing great. Thank you very much for everybody, asking about him and praying for him and all that. We absolutely appreciate that. And before we left to go to Philly, I'd actually saw this, and this, you can see all the damage on this tree. It was a spot about that big around, okay? And of course, we had to leave. It is what it is. Had to go. And when I come back, we was up in Philly for about 4 days. And when I come back, it was just, man, they had just absolutely done a number on it. So I need to get this treated, get it cleaned up before they eat the whole tree and it kills it and I have to replace it. So we'll get over and mix something up. And actually the same mix I'm gonna mix for this, I'm gonna use on my crepe myrtles. And we're actually gonna, as we're controlling these bagworms and controlling the Japanese beetles at the same time, I'm going to feed the plant, try to promote some more blooms on my crepe myrtles, and on this bad boy just try to help it deal with some stress that's going through and give it some food so it can heal back up. All I did was come in here and spray this one last year. They got up in the very top of this one, so I sprayed it, let the bagworms kill off, and then I went in there and cut off the big section, and you can see a little touch of brown left up there. I can go up and cut that out, and you know, within a year or two that's going to grow back and look normal again. This one right here being at the bottom, I'm not so sure. We'll just have to wait and see how all this heals up. So I just ran down to my local hardware store and got some 7 right there. Got some malathion right there, and got some neem oil right there. Something pretty simple, something anybody can grab up at your store, you know, your farm store, whatever. That's 15 bucks, 15 bucks, and 12 bucks. About $42 worth of stuff. And of course, that'll last me a pretty good while. I mean, I'm not going to use it all for this one application. And I'm probably going to follow this up with some imidacloprid. I kind of wish I'd have brought it. I left it at the daggone shop, and I don't have any here. So I'll have to make a second application, but I'll probably bring some imidacloprid back next week and hit them again, and to get some activity from inside the plant. So I got here some green pop. Typically you use this for your overseeding, but I'm going after the phosphorus and the nitrogen to help this arborvitae grow out a little bit, and then the phosphorus for some more blooming activity on my crepe myrtles. Got my 7 in there, malathion, and here's some neem oil. And yes, you most absolutely can use natural adjuvant with this kind of a mix. I've been doing it for years. Just so happened when I was walking down the aisle and picked up the 7 and the malathion, I just happened to see that, and I said, heck, let's get some and try it. Alright, so I got the, which one is this? I got the Typhoon today, and the only reason I got this one out versus the Strom or the Cyclone is it's got more pressure, and that's kind of where the advantage of a little bit more pressure comes in with a sprayer. Is I'm going to be spraying up high in these trees right here, and I just need a little more humph to get the material up there. With that said, this tree is probably about, I don't know, 15 foot or so, and either with the Strom on high pressure or the Cyclone on high pressure, with the little adjustable nozzle, pencil stream nozzle, fan nozzle that comes with them, I can easily reach up there in the top with any of them, but I just happened to grab this one. It was the closest one to the door. And this is pretty important too. I want to make sure I'm protected well. So let me run in the house and let me put my PPE on, and I'll come back out here and we'll get with it. All right, so I'm ready to go now. We can spray a little bit. Woo-hoo! Die, sucker, die. Oh yeah. I think we got them. Oh crap. There goes a neighbor. There went one of my neighbors. It's no telling what they're thinking. Boy, that stirred up a hornet's nest. Them jokers are going crazy. Lord, I can't breathe in this thing. Quit eating on my tree. Oh man, look at them jokers. They are going crazy. Yeah. I know the neighbors are probably like, that dude has lost his mind. You know, you ain't got to wear nothing like that. But anytime you're spraying over your head like that and there's a potential for drift, you want to wear something over your face, okay? Something over your eyes, you know, some type of face mask, eyeglasses, something like that. If you're holding the sprayer up high, you don't want that stuff to come back down and get you in the face, okay? I want to help you take care of your yard and your trees and all that kind of thing, but I also want you to be safe about it and not get hurt. Say whenever you're spraying tree and shrub and that kind of thing, coverage is king. I got the daggone June bugs crawling on me. The point of runoff, okay, meaning spray the tree, good coverage all around, inside the canopy, outside the canopy, until you see the product begin to drip off. Point of runoff. That'll tell you that you got really good coverage on everything. These jokers are flying like crazy. They have lost their mind, and they actually, I can watch them drop. He ain't looking too, that one right there ain't looking too good. Like he had a rough night out or something. Rhode Island State Police, I apologize, I can't remember who sent me this shirt, but man, I'm telling you, I really do appreciate it. And any other highway patrol, state police that are watching me, you know, send me a shirt. I kind of got a little collection of highway patrol shirts going on from around the country, and absolutely would be an honor and a privilege to wear your shirt on a video. I'll link your address up where you can send a t-shirt and my size if you want to. And then the insecticides, like I said, you can pick that up at Lowe's or Walmart probably, or farms. I got mine at my local farm store in town, and along with the neem oil. So that ought to get my arborvitae back in shape, and it'd probably take it a real good full season, possibly 2, to grow back out and fill back out and be nice and lush again. But that's better than having to dig it up and replace it, that's for sure. Jap beetles, got them knocked out on my crepes, so I'm gonna actually probably come back, like I said, and put a round of imidacloprid on everything. That way I can get some activity from inside the plant and see what happens. So hey, as always, appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later. Look at here. No sooner than I can put the daggone camera up, it is raining Japanese beetles. Look at there. Dead as a hammer. Look at there. Pew! 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 Whoops. Pew! And I gotta show you this right here. I'm about 10 minutes after I sprayed, and look, they are crawling out of the bags trying to get the heck up out of here, and they're dying. Look at them, dead as a dang hammer. Look at them right there. See them right there? Dead as a hammer. They're all in here coming up out of their sack, and they have some type of a green gooey ooze coming up out of them, like they done took a crap on themselves or something. Look at that right there. Ugh, nasty jokers. They're everywhere. Look at them. Coming up out of that sack, baby. Get up out of here now. So hey, I think that's a pretty good mix right there. It is absolutely doing a number on them in a very, very, very short period of time. You talking 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago when I sprayed this, and they're already struggling big time. Check you later.